Malachi Martin, 1921 to 1999, was an Irish-American Catholic priest, biblical archaeologist, exorcist, and prolific writer whose life and work continue to provoke debate and fascination. Born in Ballylongford, County Kerry, Ireland, Martin's journey from a Jesuit scholar to a polarizing commentator on the Catholic Church reflects a life marked by intellectual rigor, spiritual conviction, and controversy. His career spanned academia, religious service, and public commentary, and his writings delved into topics ranging from exorcism and demonic possession to Vatican politics and global conspiracies. While admired by many traditionalist Catholics for his staunch defense of orthodoxy, Martin was also criticized for his controversial claims and alleged personal failings. His legacy remains a blend of scholarship, mysticism, and conspiracy, making him one of the most enigmatic figures in modern Catholic history. Martin's commentary on the Third Secret of Fátima stands out as one of the most controversial and enduring aspects of his legacy. The Third Secret, a prophecy revealed to 3 shepherd children in Fátima, Portugal, in 1917, has captivated the imagination of millions of Catholics and non-Catholics alike. Martin's claims to have read the secret and his cryptic statements about its contents have fueled decades of speculation, debate, and conspiracy theories. His involvement in the discourse surrounding the Third Secret not only cemented his reputation as a provocateur but also raised profound questions about the future of the Church and humanity. To understand Malachi Martin's role in the controversy, it is essential to first examine the context of the Fátima apparitions. In 1917, 3 young shepherd children, Lucia dos Santos and her cousins, Francisco and Jacinta Marto, reported a series of visions of the Virgin Mary in the small Portuguese village of Fátima. Over the course of 6 months, the Virgin Mary allegedly delivered messages to the children, urging prayer, repentance, and devotion to her Immaculate Heart. These messages culminated in what is now known as the 3 Secrets of Fátima. The first 2 secrets, revealed by Lucia in 1941, included a vision of hell and a prophecy about the end of World War I, the rise of communism, and the eventual triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. The third secret, however, was kept under strict secrecy by the Vatican for decades, leading to widespread speculation about its contents. In 2000, the Vatican finally released what it claimed to be the full text of the Third Secret, which described a symbolic vision of a bishop dressed in white, being martyred alongside other clergy and laypeople. However, many, including Malachi Martin, argued that the Vatican's disclosure was incomplete or deliberately obscured the true nature of the prophecy. Malachi Martin's connection to the Third Secret of Fátima stems from his time in the Vatican during the 1960s. As a Jesuit priest and scholar, Martin worked closely with high-ranking church officials and had access to sensitive documents. He claimed to have read the Third Secret in 1960, the year it was supposed to be revealed to the public according to the instructions of Sister Lucia, the last surviving Fátima visionary. However, Pope John XXIII decided not to disclose the secret, reportedly deeming it too alarming for public consumption. Martin's statements about the Third Secret were deliberately vague and often couched in apocalyptic language, which only heightened the mystery surrounding the prophecy. He suggested that the secret contained dire warnings about the future of the Church and humanity, including a great apostasy within the Church, geopolitical upheavals, and catastrophic events that would affect the entire world. In interviews and writings, Martin hinted that the secret involved a crisis of faith at the highest levels of the Church, a theme that resonated with his broader critiques of modern Catholicism. One of Martin's most provocative claims was that the Third Secret described a satanic infiltration of the Church. He alleged that certain factions within the Vatican were working to undermine traditional Catholic teachings and replace them with a secular, humanistic agenda. This idea aligned with his broader concerns about the Second Vatican Council, 1962 to 1965, which he believed had introduced reforms that weakened the Church's spiritual authority and doctrinal integrity. For Martin, the Third Secret was not just a prophecy but a warning about the existential threats facing the Church in the modern era. Malachi Martin's commentary on the Third Secret of Fátima had a profound impact on both his reputation and the broader discourse surrounding the prophecy. His claims were polarizing, with some viewing him as a courageous whistleblower and others dismissing him as a sensationalist or conspiracy theorist. Regardless of one's perspective, it is undeniable that Martin's statements fueled widespread interest in the Third Secret and contributed to the enduring mystique of the Fátima apparitions. For many traditionalist Catholics, Martin's warnings about the Church's internal crisis resonated deeply. His critiques of modernism, secularism, and the perceived decline of traditional Catholic values found a receptive audience among those who were disillusioned with the post-Vatican II Church. Martin's portrayal of the Third Secret as a dire warning about apostasy and moral decay reinforced their belief that the Church was in the midst of a spiritual battle between good and evil. At the same time, Martin's statements also attracted criticism from more mainstream Catholics and Church officials. Some accused him of exploiting the mystery of the Third Secret for personal gain, pointing to his prolific output of books and media appearances as evidence of self-promotion. Others argued that his apocalyptic rhetoric was irresponsible and risked sowing fear and division among the faithful. The Vatican's 2000 release of the Third Secret was seen by some as an attempt to counteract the speculation fueled by figures like Martin, though it ultimately failed to quell the controversy. The debate over the Third Secret of Fátima extends far beyond Malachi Martin and touches on broader questions about prophecy, secrecy, and the role of the Church in interpreting divine revelations. For many believers, the secrecy surrounding the Third Secret has been a source of frustration and suspicion. Why did the Vatican wait so long to release the secret, and why did it choose to do so in 2000? Was the released text the full and authentic Third Secret, or was it a sanitized version designed to downplay its more alarming elements? Critics of the Vatican's handling of the Third Secret often point to inconsistencies and ambiguities in the official narrative. For example, the released text describes a symbolic vision rather than a specific prophecy, leading some to question whether it aligns with Sister Lucia's original account. Additionally, figures like Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, later Pope Benedict XVI, and Pope John Paul II made statements suggesting that the Third Secret contained more than what was publicly disclosed. These ambiguities have fueled conspiracy theories, with some alleging that the Vatican is hiding a more explicit warning about the end times or a catastrophic event. Malachi Martin's claims fit into this broader context of skepticism and speculation. While he never provided concrete evidence to support his assertions, his reputation as an insider with access to privileged information lent credibility to his statements in the eyes of many. His portrayal of the Third Secret as a dire warning about the Church's future tapped into deep-seated anxieties about the state of the world and the role of religion in addressing global challenges. Malachi Martin's involvement in the discourse surrounding the Third Secret of Fátima is emblematic of his larger legacy as a controversial and polarizing figure. Throughout his career, Martin positioned himself as a defender of traditional Catholicism and a critic of modernist trends within the Church. His writings, which often blended theology, history, and fiction, reflected his deep concern for the spiritual and moral state of humanity. At the same time, Martin's penchant for sensationalism and his willingness to court controversy made him a divisive figure. His critics accused him of exaggerating or fabricating claims to advance his own agenda, while his supporters saw him as a prophetic voice speaking truth to power. The debate over the Third Secret of Fátima encapsulates these tensions, highlighting both Martin's influence and the enduring mystery of the prophecy. In the end, Malachi Martin's commentary on the Third Secret serves as a reminder of the power of religious prophecy to inspire, challenge, and provoke. Whether one views him as a mystic, a provocateur, or a charlatan, there is no denying that his words continue to resonate with those who seek answers to the profound questions raised by the Fatima apparitions. The Third Secret remains a symbol of the tension between faith and reason, secrecy and revelation, and hope and fear. Tensions that Malachi Martin, in his own enigmatic way, sought to explore and illuminate.